Hi, it's Ronick from Ask.Audio Mag. I'm very excited today. It's the second day of MusikMesse, and I'm here with Gannon and with Amanda from Universal Audio. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
Excellent. Great.
Cool.
See you.
Really happy, really interested to kind of learn more about the new range of Apollos and all the intricacies, all the good stuff that's kind of inside them as well.
Yeah.
Let's start off with maybe the general features that are new for the whole Apollo range.
Yeah, cool. Well, these are the next generation Apollos over here. Really, Apollos, for those of you that are not familiar with Apollo is the most popular interface, the best-selling interfaces since we introduced them in 2012, and this represents the next generation, the natural evolution of where we wanted to go with the product here. So we've done a tremendous amount of work on the inside and just made the audio specs better, made better usability features, and just kind of built on this existing platform which runs Unison mic preamps and real-time UAD processing. So what we've introduced here is next generation A to D and D to A conversion. We've really worked hard on improving the actual technical specs, but not only that, we've improved the way they sound and worked really hard on the surrounding circuitry and the power supplies and those topologies that take converter chips and give them terrific analog surrounding circuits. So they sound fantastic. We're really happy with that. We also have in the line here we've introduced three new Apollos. There's the 8P, which is on top. P stands for preamps. So this is the first Apollo with 8 Unison-enabled preamps on it. So this is 8 Unison preamps. The Apollo 8 has the same 18 by 24 complement as the original Apollo. So there's 4 Unison-enabled preamps in this guy. The Apollo 16 Mark II has 16 analog inputs and outputs on D subs. So from left to right, we've done some really interesting things here. Unison technology lets us work with the analog circuitry and the mic preamps to deliver different impedance values and different gain structures. So when we model, say, a Neve 1073 or an API Vision channel strip, we can emulate the electrical characteristics at the microphones and change the impedance. So your microphone's frequency responses change, the outputs change. So particularly, with ribbon microphones and sensitive condenser microphones, you get a different frequency response. So we've added that functionality to the high Z jacks. This is the first time we've actually been able to go in and change the impedance characteristics of a high Z input. So that's really meaningful to guitarists and bass players. When you plug in your guitar and you launch, say, a raw plug-in or a Bermuda Triangle or an Ibanez Tube Screamer, those all have different impedance values, which load the pickups in a different way and give you a different frequency response from your guitar. So that's a really exciting feature that we've been able to add. We've added some other interesting features here, and I'm going to just bring this up. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but we've added a feature called line input gain bypass. So if you're using, say, an external mic preamp and you want to bypass the input module, the gain module on the line input, and go straight to the converter, you can actually hard bypass it. So you want to go here, and you turn that off, and then when you're in a line input, you're actually bypassing the whole gain thing. Let's see, I just did that on analog 5 over here. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn that to line. And oops, and we'll go here. Alright, 8P. Bypass that. You'll see this guy goes to full. When I turn it like that, it flashes. It's telling me that I can't do anything because there's no line amplifier. So that's a great workflow for people who are using external mic preamps, for example. We've done a similar feature on monitor gain. So if you're using this as into a summing amplifier or in a console and you want to bypass the gain monitor output, we've added this feature to the main output, so you can bypass that. This guy does the same thing. So now he's flashing, telling me that I'm going directly from the converter at the line amplifier with no gain module. Those are hard relay bypasses, so it's a really clean in and out.
Yeah, so it's 3 different Apollos. We have the Apollo 8P with preamps. We have the Apollo 8, which is a improved version of our original Apollo in terms of conversion, and as Gannon mentioned, some new input monitoring features features, and Apollo 16, which is a improvement on our original Apollo 16 in terms of conversion as well.
And so these are all Thunderbolt 2?
These are all Thunderbolt 2 audio interfaces. What that enables us to do is have some amazing mix and match capability with each of the units, so you can have an expandable system. That means if you have an Apollo Twin, you can get an Apollo 8 and have it work together all in the same console application. Or if you want to get an Apollo 8P and then add that to your Apollo 16, so you have some preamps with your 16-channel Apollo 16.
So is there anything you guys haven't thought of? That's a hard question, of course.
No, you know, we're working on a jetpack. We'll let you know.
Okay. I want to review that first.
Yeah, and we also have a solution for our Firewire customers.
Yeah.
It's called Apollo Firewire.
And that's good for Mac and PC.
It's good for Mac and PC, so it's great for Windows 7 PC users as well as folks on Mac who have Firewire. And that has fantastic conversion, and it's a reduced price. So it's the best price we've ever offered a quad Apollo for.
Wow, okay, that's great.
So that's $19.99 US street price.
Yep.
Oh,
and it also, it doesn't have a Thunderbolt card in it, it's just for Firewire users, but if you do upgrade to a Thunderbolt system in the future, you can get our Thunderbolt option card, slide it in, and then it'll be part of the expandable. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, that's really good. So, you know, if people aren't locked into kind of like staying on Firewire, they can move on up. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's up to them. We have solutions for Firewire and Thunderbolt.
Okay, you know, it's really exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So I know that there's also something pretty exciting that you guys have released, and it has a very famous guitar maker logo, well, guitar amp logo, I should say.
Lots of people are going to recognize this.
Yeah, whoa.
So this is the world's first Marshall branded guitar emulation plugin. This is the Marshall Plexi Super Lead 1959 by Softtube. So Softtube have done a wonderful job at modeling this amp, and it's significant that we can use the Marshall logo on there. This is endorsed by Marshall, and this is modeled after the Marshall that came out of the Marshall Museum, the Plexi Lead that actually came out of their museum. So it's this is the benchmark Plexi Super Lead. They did a wonderful job of doing some component-based and convolution modeling, and they worked with Tony Platt from AC/DC to work on the presets and do the impulse responses. So what they've done is some really cool stuff. They've added well, first of all, when you click on this, it does the cross-channel patching that allows you to get those unique sort of inter-channel uses that people use all the time. And then they've added what's called a channel strip on the side of it. So this goes in and it lets you take the 3 microphones, that were used to make the impulse response, and then you can mix them. You can also change the type of microphones. So in this one, I've got it set to valve. I can change it to FET microphones or to dynamic microphones, and then you can balance them. So mix them together. Turn it up. So I've got a guitar here. That's really loud. And you can actually even turn the microphones off. So if you wanted to use another plugin for cabinet emulation, you can go into like one of the Friedman amplifiers and use the mic emulation and cabinet emulation for that. Really flexible in terms of the workflows that you get. There's also a full EQ here, an input and output, or a high and low EQ, and then an output control. But probably one of the coolest features is this preset selection here. So again, as I said, Tony Platt worked on the ACD, the Back in Black record, and lots of other AC/DC and rock records. He made over 50 presets that are just fabulous. So you plug your guitar in, and you can use the down arrow to just simply go through these different presets as you're trying to hone in your sounds, save them, and then come up with your own special sauce. It's a great way to really dial in a sound really quickly.
You're making it too easy.
Well.
Even I could start using this.
Yeah.
Wow, excellent. God, yeah, a few years ago I would have died for this.
Yeah.
It's especially great if you want a great Marshall sound, but can't really have a giant Marshall cabinet in your bedroom, for example.
You can these days. Yeah, exactly.
So a great workflow for this is to use one of our Stopbox plugins in the Unison input and plug into the high Z input and get the input, the impedance matching on that, and then run into the Marshall. It's incredible sound. Yeah.
Maybe you can do us a little demo in a couple couple of minutes if you're okay.
I could play you a couple of songs,
Yeah, no,
a little bit.
We'd love that. We'd love
Sure.
that. Excellent. So, what's the retail price for this new plugin?
So, all right. So for the plugin,
Yeah.
I don't know the pricing.
$199.
Thank you.
Amanda knows everything.
Amanda does know everything.
$199 online store. It's coming in May.
Excellent.
And are the Apollos, the new 8, 16, etc., are they available now? Or
They are. The 8 is shipping today. It actually started shipping yesterday at the first day of Messe. And then the 8P and the Mark II 16 and the Apollo Firewire are following in the upcoming weeks. So very shortly in this quarter we'll have all 4 new ones out there.
Oh, fantastic. Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we're very, very excited. Obviously at Ask.Audio we're looking forward to reviewing these.
Oh yes, for sure.
So I think I've already had a lot of emails from our authors kind of banging on the door going, hey, I want to be there first. And, everything you guys seem to be releasing right now is really kind of hitting the mark for a lot of people. So we're very keen to kind of get hands on.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Cool. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks a lot, Ron.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Gannon.
You're welcome.